First referee, National Referee Daniel Balada. Second referee, National Referee Fernando Velarde. Now let's call on the starters of IMUS men's volleyball team. Starting off with their team captain, number 22, Ish Polvorosa. At number 2, Josh Villanueva. Jersey number 6, Kim Malabunga. At number 13, Roniel Rosales. Jersey number 14, Louis Ramirez. At number 24, Hero Austria. Starting libero is number 5, Rico Marmeto. With their head coach, Coach Sammy Akailar. Now, for their challengers, the Philippine Air Force. Starting off with their team captain, Airman 2nd Class Jesse Lopez. At jersey number 1, Airman Ralph Calasi. Jersey number 7, Rodolfo Labrador. Jersey number 9, Airman 1st Class Ruben Inaudito. Jersey number 11, Airman 1st Class Ainacran Abdilia. Jersey number 13, 2nd Lieutenant Mike Abria. Starting libero is Sergeant Renz Melgar. With their head coach, Technical Sergeant Jameson Merza. This is match number 7 between IMUS men's volleyball team versus the Philippine Air Force. May the best.
And here are your starters for this matchup. Villanueva, Malabunga, Austria, Polvorosa, Rosales, Ramirez with their libero, Rico Marmeto. And then on the other side, the veteran Jesse Lopez with Ran Abdilia, Ben Inaudito, Edwin Tolentino, Rodolfo Labrador, Mike Abria, and their libero, Renz Melgar. Again, we thank you for joining us here on One Sports and One Sports Plus. Ako po si Carlo Pamintuan with Coach Ronnie Magsanok on the call. Ms. Mika Abesamis is our courtside reporter. Mamaya kukwentuhan niya tayo about the players, the personalities in both camps. So we get things going. When you are looking for a bounce-back win, you need to start off strong. There is no excuse to have a flat start dahil gigil kang manalo, di ba? Natalo ka nung una, but it will be the other side. It'll be IMUS getting the first point of this matchup.
IMUS would like to step on the gas as early as possible, jump on the gun against a team looking for their first win. At tandaan natin na hindi rin naman seamless yung panalo ng IMUS laban sa team ng Santa Rosa. And they learned their lesson. They want to get a quick win, if they can, against a solid unit.
Not a great first ball there, pero makakabawi yung Air Force. At least they'll get to attack there. Off yung set. So this will be a chance ball for the Air Force. They go to Labrador. Touch coming from Polvorosa, pero sobra yung kanyang pagtanggap as he sends it over to Calasin for the point.
Calasin had a total of 2 points. Labrador had only 3. I'm stating that as a matter of fact dahil Abdili had 18, Tolentino had 10. But no other airman was able to post decent numbers in terms of scoring compared to the 15 of Jerome Cordes, the 11 of Nas Guaza, and the 14, of course, of Jake Disquitado coming from the Iloilo, the navigators of Iloilo.
Yan yung kailangang iwasan for Air Force. That was an unforced error.
They had a total of 24 errors. That's nearly an entire set. And the 3-set loss laban sa Iloilo.
Was not a perfect set to Ran Abdilia. Villanueva was denied by the blockers. Isa pang subok. And that sails out. It'll be a point to IMUS.
Sabi ng airmen, hindi lumusot at 4 touches. Sabi naman ng ating umpire off the block, and that's why the challenge will be made.
Hi, it's early
on the block touch. Nung last coverage namin ni Sir Sep, dami niyan. Lalong-lalo para dun sa ACM na nagtatakang manatiling buhay in that matchup.
Yeah, and there's an official challenge.
I was reading about Jesse Lopez prior to this match, and natutuwa ako. Recently retired from the national team, but making a once again making his full service for the airman in full stead as they can look at that last ball. And that will be a last touch for Ranran Abdilia. That will be the correct call then, going the IMUS way. And Jesse Lopez, naglaro para kay Dante Alensinuri, pero na-cover ko pa sila ng mag-teammate when they played against world-class talent some years back. I believe in 2007.
Oh, what a block. That was one-on-one. Rosales with the denial.
Rosales, of course, like 13 other teammates coming from different units, finding themselves together under Coach Sammy Kailar, looking to head into the mountaintop against the highly favored unit ng Signal HD Spikers.
And that is in. It just touches the line on the back.
Quick play coming from Kalasin. And that's very important, especially against a very good blocker in Kim Malabunga.
Coach Ronnie, you were talking about Jesse Lopez, no? Retired from the national team, of course, playing for Air Force. Pero the players of his caliber, hindi naman nagtatagal sa retirement yan eh. After they retire, sumasali agad sa coaching staff eh. Kasi magagaling talaga eh.
Actually, matagal na siyang nagko-coach eh. Bata pa to, nagko-coach na siya eh. Kasi normally yung mga setters, di ba? Pero hindi rin naman lahat. Pero si Jesse Lopez, matagal nang under the wings na to ni Coach Dante Alensinuri. Pero kayang-kaya pa maglaro eh. Kasi yung mga setters naman, hindi naman talagang yung mileage, di ba? Kumpara dun sa mga spikers talaga. Ishpol Corosa.
Here we go, Abdilia with his first great touch of the matchup.
Kasi naalala ko nung 2019 Southeast Asian Games. Ito yung mga pinagpilian eh. Dayan Dante, Polvorosa, Jesse Lopez. Eventually, some of this made it. Pati si Retamar. Yan yung mga pangalan bilang playmakers for the national team.
Oh, what a kill coming from Louis Ramirez as he scores again.
15 out of 30 for Louis Ramirez. Starting off his scoring ways with that cut shot. The pride of Perpetual Altas, as you mentioned, 4 games until the opening on Feb 18. Unless he gets the go signal from the eligibility committee na manatiling naglalaro dito sa Spikers turn.
That's a service ace for Ramirez. Back-to-back hits now. Tina-target nila, no? Si Ran Abdilia trying to challenge his reception, also take him out of their attacks.
First service ace para kay Louis Ramirez, formerly of the HD Spikers ng Signal, na nagtapos sa pangalawang pwesto doon sa nakalipas na Spikers turn.
Nagawan pa ng paraan yun. It was not the prettiest of receptions, but the Air Force able to bank on Ran Abdilia to get them closer. Still down by 3 here.
Ran Abdilia, 17 of 40. That's about 42%. Also had 1 service ace. Contributed a total of 18 of their team's 63 points.
Oh, but a service error though. So that will allow us to head into our first technical timeout of this matchup. It is 8-4, a 4-point lead for IMUS. Check back with us here on One Sports and One Sports Plus.
Anyway, yung gitna ng Manila, pwede mo igaganon to. Dalawang spiker, di ba? So, gagamit ka sa likod. Yes, papa. Ha? I-move mo, kailangan yung gitna nila maggalaw-galaw. Okay. Papa. Go, go, go. Okay, let's go, let's go. Go, let's go, let's go! Hey, Amos! Ajo! Sorry, go.
Back at the Paco Arena for your 2023 Spikers Turf Open Conference. My name is Mika Abesamis. I had an interesting conversation with Coach Sammy Akailar. Sinabi niya sa akin kung gaano daw talaga kaimportante ang bawat performance nila dito for the city. With 4 homegrown players in their lineup, pinaalala daw talaga niya na dala dapat nila dito ang pride sa bawat laro. Now, despite winning their first game, he was not satisfied with their performance on that day. So this week, he focused on conditioning because he struggled with substitution. Dapat daw lahat ng ipalit or ipasok niya, handa ang katawan. Another thing he emphasized was hindi daw siya mahilig sa open-open, so he also fixed some set plays for this match. Carlo, Coach Ronnie.
Thank you so much for that report.
Mahusay
Miss Mika
talaga.
Misamis. Si Miss Mika Misamis?
Yes.
Oo naman.
Oo.
Bata pa ako.
Hindi yun ang ibig ko sabihin. Ibig sabihin, parang hindi nawala. Going back to her
we're looking
report.
forward to even more stories
Oh, yes,
coming
of
from
course,
Miss Mika,
of
of
course.
course, throughout this coverage.
Going back to her report, sabi ni Coach Sammy, hindi lang sa open, hindi lang doon ng bato. This is a very talented unit. At for them to be able to go all the way, everybody has to do his share. Dapat mailabas mo yung challenge sa coach na may ganito karaming magagaling na players, malabas mo lahat yung husay, hindi lang nung 6, kundi nung lahat.
Yep.
7-point lead first set. In
That's
barely 15 minutes. This is a commanding lead para kila Coach Sammy Akailar.
tatawag agad ng timeout si Technical Sergeant Jimson Mirza as this lead is starting to balloon.
Para masyadong tense kayo eh. Relax lang. Ayos lang kagad.
Picking things up with IMUS leading 11-4 against the Philippine Air Force. Again, we wish you a good afternoon. Po si Carlo Pamintuan with Coach Ronnie Magsanok on the call for One Sports and One Sports Plus. If you have to leave, you can check us out on the Smart Live stream or on the Signal Play app, wherever you may be.
Ang isa sa talagang homegrown talent ng IMUS ay si Ish Polvorosa. Ish Polvorosa, of course, a many-time best setter in the UAP, a UAP champion, many-time best setter in the Spikers Turf, a national player. Can go on and on and on. But you trace his roots, it's from IMUS.
There was
Net touch.
an apparent net touch.
Coming from Jesse Lopez, erases that service error and restores a 7-point lead para dito sa IMUS. Grabe yung roster ng IMUS.
Walang butas eh. No? Titignan mo yung bench, parang ang dami pa rin pwedeng pumunto sa kanila eh.
Pertiera nandyan, among others.
Labrador could not score that time. Ramirez sends it across. Mula sa likod naman, that was a power hit.
Back row play. No problem for Ran Abdilia. Kita mo yung talent talaga, di ba? And this is a medalist in indoor volleyball, beach volleyball, landscape. Making a return here for the Airmen.
Good serve coming from Lopez, but that offense is unstoppable as of the moment for IMUS.
Kalasin has 2 points, Abdilia has 3. And those are the leading scorers para dito sa team ng Airmen. And we take a look at the attack points meanwhile para dito sa team ng IMUS. Madami na pumupuntos. Louis Ramirez with 2 and a couple with at least 3 players with 1 point apiece.
Great presence on the blocks. At tumama na sa labas. It'll be a point for the Philippine Air Force.
They needed that. That's a shot in the arm as they attempt a rally after being down by 7. They down to 6 for IMUS, who played the first set against Santa Rosa in 34 minutes. Second set in 30 minutes. The third set, which they lost, 31-29 in 36 minutes. And the final set in under 28 minutes.
Isn't that the second service error of Labrador?
Yes, correct.
Oh, that's tough.
It diffuses whatever uprising that you have in mind. That will put you again in a 7-point hole.
Mas pa isa-isa kasi yung pinupuntos nila eh. Even though they're getting a lot of good hits from Ran Abdilia.
Top of mind para dito sa IMUS is to make sure that somebody marks. Hindi ka nakakagat sa iba kasi dito talaga pupunta si Jesse. Walang iba. In fact, Iloilo had a total of 5 blocks and I'm quite sure that karamihan doon ang marka nila ay kay Abdilia. Net touch again coming from Abdilia, and that's error number 6 at least for the Airmen. 6 of the first 15 points ng IMUS galing dito sa mga self-imposed na pagkakamali ng Airmen.
Net touch or no would have been a point anyway for IMUS. As they continue holding on to this 7-point lead. Good effort, but that will fall out of bounds.
Misreception coming from Melgar as they try to get that ball in play instead. Second technical timeout, up 8. IMUS and Coach Sammy Akailar.
Nga siya kunin eh. Kung outside o inside. Ngayon, kung ni-remind nyo siya, outside, hindi niya kukunin. Mag-usap kasi tayo sa loob. Wala eh, puro tayo tahimik.
Marami pong mangyari dyan. Ganyan din nung nakaraan.
Kaya naman na. Simulan muna kasi natin yung service save. Pag nakapasa tayo, kahit paano nakaka-atake naman tayo. Ang nagiging problema kasi natin, pag di tayo nakapasa, doon tayo magkakaproblema sa atake. Hindi tayo makakasabay sa atake. Tara. Pusa.
Hey, the Parks!
to 8, a dominant display so far for the squad from IMUS as they're leading by 8 points versus the Philippine Air Force. Muli po, magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Thank you for joining us on One Sports Plus. Also in the Smart Live stream and in the Signal Gigaplay app.
The Airmen were 26 of 65 in terms of their reception efficiency. That was not bad. Hindi naman kargado yung mga service dito ng IMUS pero namang problema ang team ng Airmen, and they would like to be better of course sa kanilang reception. They were at 40% efficiency laban sa the Navigators ng Iloilo, but right now mababa yan. Di hamak. Down 9, the biggest deficit na tinitignan nila sa unang set.
Kakapasok lang. The substitute setter, Ray Taneo. Si Pertiera also seeing his first action of this ball game. Pinalitan naman si Ramirez as we have a counterpoint for the Air Force.
Coming from Mike Abria, who came off the bench to score 2 points for the Yellow Shirts. With a good first ball, Jesse Lopez is able to set up and go for that quick play. Lead down to 8 IMUS.
Good dive there. And this is Ramirez powering it home.
It's a combination play. These are the type of plays na sinabi kanina ni Mika sa kanyang panayam kay Coach Ana Kailar na gusto nilang maging trademark. Calling card ika nga, the DNA. Hindi lang sa open. Hindi lang open hitter ang kakana o pamato. Lahat talaga.
Kita mo, sobrang stretch out no nung depensa. Wala man lang nakapalag kay Ramirez.
And what's happening right now is the pattern on offense where the Air Force nababasag ng IMUS kasi it's either ang pinagdadala na si Abdilia, kanina naman si Lopez nung pumeso sa likuran, sa kanya naman ibinato. 10-point lead, the largest for IMUS here in set 1.
They're going to make quick work of the Air Force here. Another strong serve from Ramirez. Abdilia is able to score.
Deep zone, no problem for Abdilia. Isang down the line. Dalawang cross court at least for Abdilia, and 1 net play puts his scoring output to 5 right now to lead all scorers. Kaya lang ang daming pumupuntos dito sa blue shirts ng IMUS.
Saka walang consecutive points, coach, for the Air Force.
So far.
As Labrador still can't get them that. Taneo, misconnection. Di sila nagkaintindihan doon.
Miscommunication.
Sa backset pala pupunta si Taneo. His hitter was not ready.
Mamaya checkin ko kung saan galing si Taneo na team.
Another good serve from Abdilia. It's a push. Easy pickup for Melgar. Here we go with Labrador. That's 3 straight points now for the Air Force.
Best scoring run for the Air Force. Down 10 now, behind by 7. Army Katingko, si Taneo.
Yeah.
One of 14 new players for the heavily stacked IMUS team. We're still up by 7.
Abdilia continues to serve. That one is out. Another point. That's 4 straight.
And here comes a challenge coming from Coach Sammy. Ball in, ball out.
So officially, the first challenge for the side of IMUS. Kasi kanina nag-challenge na po yung Air Force where the call stood. So let's see if this works out for the side of Coach Sammy Akailar.
Ray Taneo played off the bench in the first set of that 4-set win versus Santa Rosa. The rest, puro si Ish Polvorosa na, who also scored 2 points in that 4-set win. That took over 2 hours to end.
And here we go with the official review. Ball is in.
And that adds up another point. Not just for Hero Austria, but for IMUS. Could have been 6. Now it's back to an 8-point lead. They hit the 20-point mark.
And they also halt that run. The biggest scoring run so far of the Air Force in this first set. Mula sa likod, Abdilia. That's long.
A rare miss coming from Abdilia, pero pag ikaw talaga yung pupuntahan, chances are, diba, in terms of percentage, minsan sasala talaga. Abdilia trying to carry this team on his shoulders.
Kanina rin, tumama na sa tape yung serve nitong si Roniel Rosares. This time around, it is a service error for him. Still, a comfortable advantage for IMUS, 21-13.
Rosales, meanwhile, came from the PGJC Navy Sea Lions kasama si Bonjomar Castel, making their leap dito sa IMUS Spikers.
Oh, smart. That is so smart. Gotten the timing correctly.
Also in the stable formerly of Coach Dante Elin Sunurin and the NU Bulldogs. Part of the silver medal team in the Southeast Asian Games in 2019. The best player in that match, Kim Malabunga, 14 points. Nearly 60% accuracy at 14 of 24.
Dating Air Force nga rin pala. Itong si Kim Malabunga. And that fearsome squad that also had Brian Bagunas.
Yes. The Rigodon continues. But one thing is certain. Masaya tayo na bumalik na naman muli ang Spikers para may lalaruan ang ating mga manlalaro talaga.
Yun yung sobrang nakakapanghinayang, Coach Ronnie, if you ask me. Because, 2019 was a spectacular year for men's volleyball.
Exactly.
With how they played in the Southeast Asian
And then suddenly,
Games. Wala,
everything came to a halt.
Sayang yung momentum, as this will be an unfortunate service error for Jesse Lopez. It's now 23-14. Dalawa na lang ang kailangan ng IMUS to pick up this first set.
Hero Austria, meanwhile, from the Altas, coming from the stable of Coach Sammy Akailar. Dami na de-develop na players si Coach Sammy, ano?
That will...
Nagulangan si Luis Ramirez.
That'll be a point for the Philippine Air Force as they stay here in the first set. Pero marami-rami pa. Kailangan nilang habulin dito. Need to make up 8 points quickly. Oh, that's his third service error.
And after this set, we will take a close count on the unforced errors for these two teams.
Mohali papasok para kay Ramirez.
Mahusay din itong si Mohali. Mohali. Galing din sa Perpetual Altas.
And 5 points in their first matchup. Kim Malabunga serving for the set. Abdilia off the reception.
That's just a superior talent. Look at the elevation once again. They're behind earlier by 9 set points. May isang set point na na-save. Si Ran Abdilia. Grabe, down the line.
Hihingi ng timeout ng IMUS. Coach Sammy Akailar wants to map out one last attack.
Naninigurado.
Weak. Tapos dito ka, di ba?
Yes.
So, gawin mo, mag-fake ka ng 4. Porsyento si Mohali dito. Okay, ulitin ko A quick, tapos mag-fake ka ng 4. Simple lang si Mohali. Okay?
Isa lang. Ng A-quick. Tara. Okay, tapos. Last one. IMUS! Aja.
A quick or Muhali. Those are the options that we heard.
The IMUS Aja Spikers. Mahaba-haba itong ating preliminary round.
Yeah.
25 play dates, 55 matches,
11 teams.
11 teams. Dati 7.
Nagawan pa ng paraan yun ng IMUS. It was not a pretty reception, but they find a way to score as they win the first set 25-16. Their offense was solid, and they also got the benefit of too many service errors from the side of the Air Force.
Too many AIRFORCE errors for the yellow shirts, and eventually Ishmael Barosa and the rest of IMUS will close out this first set with a 9-point margin of win.
And they're hoping to build a 2-0 advantage when we pick up our second set. We come back here on One Sports and One Sports Plus. At mula pa rin po dito sa Paco Arena, this is the first game of your Sunday doubleheader. Marami pong salamat sa inyong patuloy na pagsubaybay sa Spikers Turf as we take a look at the highlights coming from the first set. Ramirez picking up from where he left off in their first game.
Mostly one-sided itong highlights na makikita natin. Ramirez, of course, I believe had over 3 points in that first set. Together with Hero Austria were the chief scorers for the blue shirts. Ranran Abilia tried to make sure that they stayed in the hunt. Pero maagang pull away para dito sa IMUS, and those unforced errors laban sa IMUS, pwede pang naging mas malaki yung panalo nila. 5 lang ang unforced errors ng Air Force, pero dun sa parte na naghahabol sana sila at it deflated whatever chances na makuha sana nila. Kasi kung titignan mo, sa attack points, konti lang ang laman ng IMUS.
Yeah.
But yung service aces just showed the chink in the armor in terms of reception woes para sa Air Force, and that told heavily as they fell behind by as much as 10 points in that past first set.
For Air Force to be competitive, clean up a little bit, stay away from those service errors, and we should be seeing a better performance from them here in the second set. Again, Carlo Pumintuan with Coach Ronnie Magsano.com. Miss Mika Abesamis is our courtside reporter. IMUS versus Air Force. This is the second set. Of course, IMUS is looking for their second straight win, while the Air Force hoping to bounce back after losing in their debut game here in the Open Conference. So good battle between Lopez and Polvorosa as our two setters. And then the primary attackers, Ramirez and Abilia. The difference is mas maraming tulong kay Ramirez. They were able to balance the touches for a lot of people in that squad. Everyone getting their opportunities to score. Over reception. And this is a chance ball. Sent to Muhali.
Smart.
Another chance ball here. Daming pagkakataon para sa mga naka-asul. And that will be a net violation versus Lopez, his second of the match.
The control of Ishmael Barosa in terms of game management, very evident. And This is also the reason why when he used to play for the Santa Rosa City Lions, ang hirap talunin ng Santa Rosa. Even if they had so many young players. Kasi may arkitekto eh. May piloto.
Oh, nakautak na lang. Over-deception na eh. Pinairal na lang yung experience, Coach Ronnie.
Yes, Labrador had 1 point in the first set. Scoring his second point in this match. And the first point para dito sa Air Force in set 2.
So good setup coming from Polvorosa as Mohali flies from behind.
Flies the right description for Mohali. 2 points coming from Mohali in this set. 25 years old from Tawi-Tawi. Reads Mohali also from the Perpetual Altas.
Siya rin na magsaserve dito.
Daming magagaling na players from Tawi-Tawi.
Kaya? Napayungan ni Ramirez.
Sinalo sa taas.
And that will be an attacking error from Abdilia. I mean, the athleticism it
Grabe,
takes to pull off something like that.
Yes. Walang buwelo eh.
Baka makita natin yung dulo ng exchange, but that touch coming from Ramirez was just a feat of athleticism.
By the way, Ranran Abdila is also from Bongao, Tawi-Tawi.
Not a good reception there. And then this is a net violation versus the Air Force.
A 2-time Spikers Turf MVP. Ranran Abdilia, Al-Nakran Abdilia, 30 years old. 2019 silver medalist in the Southeast Asian Games, men's volleyball.
Great dig there. Coming from Lopez.
Another miss hit.
Yeah, that's 4 touches. Hindi si lumampas sa net.
Kanina, reception problems, service errors.
Yeah.
Ito naman, attack errors.
Yeah.
At least 2 of the first 4 points ng IMUS coming from attack points, or rather attack errors ni Ran Abdilia. As we find Kim Malabunga at the service line. 14 points for Malabunga, named as the best player in their first win.
They still go to Abdilia, and this time around, he makes sure of it.
Down by only 1. Abdilia making sure that they try to stay close. 6 points in the match. First in the set. Going down the line.
Lapit lang, di ba? Yan lang yung kailangan gawin ng Air Force. Just stay within striking distance. Oh, that's unfortunate. Abdilia and Lopez.
Miscommunication between the 2 top
Hindi
players.
nagkaintindi. And it's something that we don't see coming from these 2 long-time
Especially
teammates.
Lopez, oo. Lucky break para dito sa IMUS dahil broken play na yon. May transition play forthcoming pero hindi nangyari para sa Yellow Shirts.
Would you say kay Abdilia dapat yon para yung second touch kay,
Yes,
kay Lopez?
Correct. Pero yun din ang iniisip ni Lopez. Ni Abdilia pala. Ramirez looking for a ball touch.
And it is given. The touch is given. Magcha-challenge ba ang Philippine Air Force?
Only 22 years old. Loy Ramirez from Pangasinan. Malinpin National High School.
This Austria now serving. Nakalusot. Labrador getting a point back for the Air Force.
Not really a heavy hitter. I think that was Abria. Is that Abria or Labrador? Labrador ba yun? Nakapuntos. That was Labrador. Scores his 3rd point, equalizing his 3-point output in their first match.
Poor reception, but Polvorosa able to dive for it. Chance ball for the Air Force. Mabilis na atake sa gitna, and they make it a 1-point ball game.
Labrador once again rising to the occasion. Opportunistic in that last sequence, coming off that break ball. Better second set here para sa Airmen.
Maganda naman ang ganti ni Rosales.
Pero hindi pa rin maayos yung reception dito ng IMUS, ha? But Rosales, or rather Polvorosa, making something out of nothing.
So, babalasa sila ng libero. As Marmeto checks out, Chavez is now in this game. Ramirez serving. This is Muhali. Look at that jump.
But that will be called overruled. Called out by our lineman or linemen.
But a touch,
overruled, right?
a touch was seen. And that will push us towards our first technical timeout of the second set. It is 8-5, a 3-point lead for IMUS.
Need na ulitan.
Example, yung first ball natin. Yung mga ganun lang, yung... Tsaka ano, communication lang, pre. Napaka-importante nun. Kasi yun lang yung ano na... Sayang kasi, imbis na yung maliit na bagay na yun, sa atin na napupunta pa sa kabila. Kaya salita kayo, salita sa loob, ha? Mag-usap lang. Bawi. Yes, sir. Hey, Airforce! Hey!
Back at the 2023 Spikers Turf Open Conference here in Paco Arena. Now, Coach Jim Mirza had some frustrations about that game against Iloilo. A big factor was his injured players who are still nursing those injuries here today. Tolentino has a hamstring and a shoulder injury. Petros has a knee injury. Inaudico has a shoulder injury. So his solution for this was he made sure the players are ready in case he does some conversions. Now, as to their performance here today, sabi nga ni Coach sa boys, relax lang kayo. Alam kong strict ang training natin sa Air Force. Pero dito, we can loosen up a bit and have fun. Carlo, Coach Ronnie.
Well, it's a game. Diba? It's a sport. Laro ang volleyball. So, try and enjoy yourself. As well as being competitive.
Strict ang training. Rigid talaga.
So this, I think, is the longest rally of this entire ball game, and it continues from the back. Ramirez could not send it across.
Polvorosa tried to score. Better floor defense para sa Air Force, and in that transition play, Ramirez will fail to convert from the back row.
They get back-to-back points, and it's just a 1-point advantage for IMUS. Good first ball. Much cleaner. Mohali has pogo sticks for legs, Coach Ronnie.
No doubt. Sana all. Saka ano no? Effortless.
Yeah?
Gifted. Nako, nagsimula na sa 7th floor. Ground floor pa rin yung balik eh.
Oh. That will be lift violation versus Mohali.
They're moving better, no doubt, but play with more energy and intensity. And kumbaga, heeding the call of their head coach, a swipe beats Mohali.
Nagulat din siya na lumusot kasi nahawakan niya eh.
Malayo siya sa net eh.
From the back row, a rocket from Ramirez.
Wow.
Sheesh.
Espejo, Bagunas, Abdilia, and then you have the 22-year-old Louis Ramirez probably saying, next Southeast Asian Games, can I be a part of it?
Oh, this year na yun ha? That's this coming May.
Lapit na.
Blocking presence is there for IMUS.
Earlier, they scored off Mohali, talking about the airman. This time, Malabunga made sure that it will not be repeated. Brings their lead to 3. 11-8 count here in the second set.
Nakakalapit naman eh. Air Force doing well enough to stay within striking distance.
Better reception eh. Una. Nagkakarali na, pangalawa.
Chance ball here.
Another chance.
They go to Abdilia. That's out. Referee saying there was no touch. And we have a challenge coming from the Air Force. They think that someone touched that hit coming from Abdilia from the defense.
Ang daming binanggit ni Mika kanina na may injuries.
Oo, eh.
Para sa Air Force. And sometimes it happens na nagkakasunod-sunod.
Yeah, yeah.
So, tagilid yung rotation mo. Yung sinasabi na conversion ni Mika. They have to fill in yung mga positions na nawala. And remember, it was Tolentino was the second leading scorer for them.
Meron ba?
Meron.
I think konting-konti,
Meron
no?
ba? Meron ba?
Oh, that's a slightest of touches, but
Meron.
there was a touch. Kahit yung nakatouch, hindi niya naramdaman eh.
Sabi niya.
Kala niya na hangin lang.
Oh. Meron na bang umamin?
Fair point. Fair point.
Alam ko na kasi nangyari sa airspace. Ayan.
Ayun
Combination play.
na, combination. Ang ganda naman nun.
That's a piston play delivered by Ishpal Borosa. Crafty. Two smart playmakers going at it. Magkaiba ng style, no?
Come on, this player came off the bench for Coach Sammy Akailar. Played midway through the opening set. Tapos tingnan nyo, naka-4 na puntos na agad-agad itong si Muhali.
Eh, kaya mahirap talunan ng perpetual alta sa NCAA, di ba?
Great dig coming from Polvorosa, pero chance ball lang. Hindi sila naka-atake doon. Babalik kay Abdilia ang bola. He goes cross-court pancake. But no one there to try and keep it alive.
Off speed coming from Abdilia this time. Finding the hole in the defense. Take a look at that last play. Ball was up. Taking the strong hit against the triple block. Pancake. Unable to get to that touch.
Hindi na rin pala umabot. Muhali with the reception. This is a quick malabunga from the middle.
Reception of IMUS better at this stage. 43 of 80. Over 50%. Versus the 34 of 93 ng Santa Rosa sa City Lions in their face-off. Sa reception efficiency.
Abdilia, one-on-one blocked by Ramirez, and then a hit coming from Austria.
May Ramirez ka sa open. May Austria ka sa opposite. And Ramirez, double effort. Look at that block on Abdilia. And then, in transition, Austria pushes his team 4 points clear. Tight.
Rosales sets it up. Austria denied this time.
That's a rare offensive block coming from Air Force, and they needed that as a boost in their confidence bank.
I think that was Abria who got the touch.
Inangat ni Rosales. At natambangan si Austria. Hero Austria ambushed in that last sequence.
Good serve coming from Abdilia. And this will be off the blockers and out. Another point for IMUS.
Ang ganda ng fake ni Rosales. Went for the slide. Still a 4-point lead for Austria and the rest of the Adjust Spikers. Puro jump servers, eh, no? High risk, high reward.
Yeah, so hindi umubra for that particular serve.
8 unforced errors or 8 errors for IMUS in that first set win.
But still a 3-point advantage for IMUS though. Nasungkit pa yun ni Polvorosa. Over reception already from their libero.
Perfect timing always is given by Ish Polvorosa, finding ways. Ito hindi lang ace playmaker, hindi lang leader. Kundi napakahusay gumawa ng paraan sa mga napakaraming bagay.
Mamaya baka masilip natin ulit yung puntos na yon, yung huli coming from IMUS. But now we'll head on to our second technical timeout.
Binibigyan ng A-Quick, dapat hayaan mo na sa outside hitter. Yung quicker, A-Quick, kung nag-B-Quick yan, tsaka ka-attempt. Nakuha ba natin? Anong ginagawa ang play ng middle? A-Quick tsaka run, di ba? Kung kausapin niyo outside hitter, sa kanya na yung A-Quick tsaka running na yan. Ngayon, mag-focus kayo dito sa outside kasi nga pinatatakbo. Pinatatakbo yung middle. Ngayon, nagsisingle block si Jesse. Di ba? Ang nangyari kasi, anticipation tayo. Hindi tayo nagre-read kung ano talagang ginagawa nilang play. Ha? Tara. Sige, tsagay natin. Apat lang yan.
16-12 is our score as we take another look at this spectacular one-handed set coming from Ish Polvorosa, finished off by another spike from Ramirez.
7 points for Ramirez, 5 for Mohali off the bench. To defuse the 10-point total of Abdilia, who scored 5 points in the first set. Another set of 5 points here in set 2 so far.
Lamang ng 4 ang IMUS. Susubukang dagdagan yan. Itong si Ramirez. And they will get another chance to score here. Polvorosa, kanino pupunta?
Bitin.
Oo. Nadepensahan tuloy ng Air Force from the back row. Abdilia, sent up by Ramirez. Mohali. Off the blockers,
Nice.
he was slowed down. Bitin din yung set. As Mohali will try again. That will score for IMUS as they extend their advantage to 5. Nasigurado ako, ikatutuwa ni na IMUS City Mayor Alex Advincula, IMUS City Congressman AJ Advincula, and IMUS City Legal Attorney Buko Sihuko. Magandang araw po. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat.
At maraming salamat sa pagsuporta sa Spikers
Turf. Of course. You put together a strong team.
Very, very strong team.
Yeah, dive coming from Ramirez. Mohali, pinadala na lang sa kabila. Kalasin will set it up. Polvorosa.
Wow.
Yep, that will not be over for Austria.
Still tremendous effort coming from Ish Polvorosa. Mika Abisamis earlier mentioned that Coach Sami Akailar worked hard in terms of conditioning para dito sa team ng IMUS. Because as you move deeper into the competition, kakailanganin mo yan talaga. The players will get fitter, teams will get better. Ako impressed ako hindi lang sa offensive arsenal ng IMUS pati yung depensa nila, net defense, floor defense. But you also have to be happy with the fact that the Air Force team is staying close. Hindi katulad sa unang set na naiwanan sila by as much as 10 points.
Hindi nagka-connect doon sina Polvorosa
at Rosales.
Leading to that easy point for the Air Force.
It was supposed to be a tempo 0 play. But then that was too high para kay Rosales. Be down to 3 from a high of 6.
Si Malabunga baka abutin?
Kaya-kaya ni Kim yun.
Did not connect that time around, but Ramirez quickly gets it back.
What Austria could not do, Ramirez was able to correct. Ish Polvorosa, too many weapons in his sleeve. Look at that impressive point again from the back. Ramirez now has a total of 8 points.
Yeah, it's a service ace. The tremendous effort coming from Melgar. He allows IMUS to extend their lead to 5. Not ngayon, hihingi ng timeout ang Air Force because they can feel that this could be the last stand here in this set. They need to get closer or else baka magtuloy-tuloy na. Ang ganda ng nilalaro ng IMUS. Let's listen in.
Sabay pipilitin natin humabol. Wala pa yan, hindi pa rin tapos. Pag nakapunto sila, side out kagad natin. Error. Mas error. Ano? Tara, one stop tayo, oh. One stop tayo. Hey. Okay na naman ito. Pre, kuha muna tayo ng ano. Kuha tayo ng blocking. Kuha tayong blocking. Hey, airport! Sa blocking.
Tone of concern already in the part of the airmen as they wanted to tie this match at 1 set apiece after a good and strong second set start, but it has not panned out for them, at least in the last few points.
Maganda naman no? Yung tinatakbo nila and a majority of this set. But this is where they need to do their stand. Get a side out, get points consecutively. And that's a good start. Ish Polvorosa is convinced that this should be a point for them. Nakita ni Coach Sami Akailar, so he takes the cue. And now this will be official challenge.
He did the call of the captain. Tignan natin kung tama si Ish. Or else it will be an off the block point para dito sa Philippine Air Force.
So 19-15 is the count. Kasi kanina, nakapag 4-0 run yung Air Force. Yung problema was, 10 yung lamang ng IMUS. So I think the case here, Coach Ronnie, is kung ano yung challenge na inangat. No? Yung black touch yung pinakita ng IMUS. So pag black touch, titignan lang nila kung nahawakan ba talaga sa taas. So let's see what will come about. And seeing the team captains having a discussion with our officials. So I think the challenge will be overruled completely.
I believe so. Kasi ang challenge na ginamit ay black touch.
Yun yung sa volleyball, no? You have to be very specific with what you're challenging.
It's a learning process as well para sa ating mga manlalaro and coaches. Kasi parang first time ito rito, no? Na in-implement. Sa PBL, meron na yan.
Kaso, hindi naman nasulit masyado ng Air Force as they gave the point right back with a service error. They also had a couple of service errors late in the first set.
Right.
That really hurt their chances. De Ocampo setting it up. Abdilia block. And that combination of Malabunga and Austria.
It was a perfect cover by Melgar as Polvorosa tried to attack an airman of his serve. But alam nila kung saan ibibigay. Sa open na naman. And Malabunga never moved. Never budged. He was just right there in front of Abdilia.
Staying in front of his former teammate. Malabunga na naman.
De Ocampo, twice read by Malabunga. First at the open and then here in the middle. Brings their lead to 7. Actually, dapat ito 8 na kung sakaling yung contested call went in favor of the blue shirts. And Ish Polvorosa has stayed at the service line for quite some time.
If that serves short, and that will be out.
Hindi ka maka-cross court kasi nakapayong si Malabunga. No other recourse for the top hitter, the top gun, to go down the line. Instead, they are under duress, down 8, 2 points away. Ang IMUS from building a 2-set lead.
Gawa na lang natin paraan. Gawa na lang natin na paraan.
Dugula. Ano to? Kaya ba? Sakit? Nawala yung sakit. Pag-follow ulit. Patay tayo. Kaya naman basta isang follow. Sige, sige. Ay no, nagkakaroon na tayo ng pasa, oh. Hindi na talaga tayo maka-convert. Sige, tsaga-tsaga lang tayo. Sige lang. Sige, paluin mo yan, paluin. Huwag ka nang ano. Sige lang, sige lang. Huwag ka nang magdadalo. Basta paluin nyo ng pag nandyan. Paluin nyo ng paluin. Wala eh.
Yan yung gusto ko naririnig mula sa coaches.
Ano yun?
Paluin mo lang ng paluin. Don't hesitate. Diba? If you hesitate against a team as good as IMUS, it won't work for you. So you have to stay aggressive.
So you try to score off the block. Parang ganun ang message. Huwag mo nang iiwas. As Taneo sent back in to try and apply the finishing touches here in set 2. Formerly of the Philippine Army Troopers.
Good serve mula kay Taneo. And that was touched by the block.
Oh. This time outsmarting Kim Malabunga, who had 2 offensive blocks in this set alone. And this is a team that's coming off 5 blocks sa nakalipas na unang set.
Masyadong marami yung espasyo, no, between those 2 blockers. Kaya nagkaroon ng pagkakataon si Abdilia. Still 7 points. Another service error. And it is in the most inopportune moment for the Air Force.
Sakit. I stand corrected. Tig-isang block ang dalawang teams sa nakalipas na unang set as Ismael Rivera comes in para kay Hero Austria from Ateneo. Just like Josh Villanueva, itong si Ismael Rivera.
Mohali serving there. This is set point already. The dig mula kay Taneo. Rivera. Off speed. Almost scoring. Pero buhay pa to. Abdilia. Sent up by Mohali. Quick to Malabunga in the middle. Scrambling defense for the Air Force. At nabitin na yung talon. Itong si Abdilia. And that will seal the deal for IMUS here in the second set. 25-16. As they pick up a 2-0 lead here in this matchup. Abdilia and the rest of the Air Force will try their best to bounce back and stay alive in this ball game, as our scores similar in the first two sets. We'll be back here for the third. Two set to nothing advantage for IMUS. Similar score lines, 25-16, 25-16, as we welcome you back to One Sports and One Sports Plus. Check out the highlights of the second set, and it felt closer, the battle, pero dun sa dulo, lumamang ulit ng mas malaki itong IMUS, copying what they did in the first set.
This is a totally different storyline. Up to the part wherein the score was at 18-14. They even got the benefit of that call doon sa review, challenge. Pero after that happened, everything went downhill. And IMUS, yung attack efficiency ng IMUS masyadong mataas dito. At eventually doon sila nadali pagdating sa dulo. And the blocking of Kim Malabunga was perfect timing. And as a result, tignan mo naman ang errors ng IMUS, 4 na lang. Eh hindi talaga makakabalik ang airmen, lalong-lalo na dun sa bandang dulo. Right now, IMUS with a commanding 2-set lead, trying to finish off the airmen or trying to rebound after suffering a 3-set loss in their last match.
So Tronny, 6 errors for Air Force. It's not a lot, hindi naman ganun karami yung 6, but the timing of those errors,
Nangyari
lalo na yung
dulo.
dalawang service error nung dulo, napakasakit niya.
Sa akin yung dalawang blocks ni Malabunga, kasi yun na nagbigay ng separation eh. Tama ka, nadagdagan ng mga errors. Wow.
Nakakita ng puwang itong si Hero Austria as he delivers the first point of the third set.
Once again, very hard to defend. The offense being run by Ishpol Borosa. Just know how to elude the defense and then properly utilizes his wing spikers and even his middle blocker or middle hitter.
And the challenge really is for the Air Force how to guess where the offense is coming from for IMUS because they're just firing.
Eh, pati yung setter pupuntos eh, di ba? This is an attacking setter. Look at this, Ramirez with the up. Mohali with the finish. Austria and Mohali scoring a point apiece here in set 3.
Lopez goes to the back set. Oh, that's a point. That's a good one. Ganda nung gante to open the scoring. On the other side, that was Primo Enrique Roweca scoring the first point for the Air Force.
Malaking kawalan ni Tolentino para dito sa team ng Airmen dahil siya yung sumalo kay Ran Abdilia. They need more contributors on offense to be able to try and take this set away.
Yung una, nasoli sa kanila. Yung pangalawa, sinigurado na ni Louie Ramirez.
Paano binabantayan si Austria dito sa kanan eh. Look at this. Issue the fake. And that delayed the blocker.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Ramirez found himself isolated before the blockers came forth.
Over reception.
Oh, lucky play here.
Off speed for Labrador. Scores.
Castel could not put that ball away, and then in the return play, coverage was late, coverage was absent. Second point of the third. Look at that nice off-speed drop.
Bukas na bukas yung gitna ng depensa ng IMUS. So they're still ahead by 1 here. Polvorosa goes to the quick. It is called out. No challenge coming from Coach Sammy Akailar. No need for him to do it just yet.
Castel, Bonjomar Castel had 4 points for IMUS. Played in the third set of that 4-set win para sa IMUS. But now we're tied at 3.
Ramirez na naman. Ay, hindi naaabutan yan. That will be too tough to chase, even for Lopez.
Si Bonj Castel ay manlalaro din ng Perpetual Altas. Galing Palawan.
Four to 3. 1 point advantage. As Austria goes to that jump serve. That's perfect.
Misread coming from Roweca. Thought that ball was going to sail long. 2 straight points for IMUS.
Sabi mo nga kanina, Coach. High risk, high reward.
High risk, high reward. For the 22-year-old pride of Pasay City.
Another good one. As Labrador is sent up. Austria mula sa likod. This rally continues. Chance ball though for IMUS. Woo! There he goes again. That man has been unstoppable.
Helped out by the misdirection by Castel. 12 points right now para kay Louie Ramirez. 7 para kay Austria. 7 para kay Mohali. Abdilia. 5 points in the first set. 6 in the second set. Did not start out set 3.
Another good chance for IMUS to score. They go to Austria.
Off the block.
That was blocked.
That was a broken play, but Austria, kahit na yung bola nasa likuran, nagawa ng paraan. And this rattles off 4 straight points for the Blue Shirts. Now ahead by 4 after a tied count.
Bilis.
3 points apiece.
Bilis no, Coach.
Pati yung laro nila, ang bilis nila eh. Ang bilis transition, ang bilis pumwesto sa kanilang offensive patterns. Disiplinado.
To serve na naman itong si Hero Austria. Another good one. Labrador. Madedepensahan talaga. Austria, balik sa kanya. Another point of the block.
High risks from the service line. High risk in terms of attack efficiency. There's a challenge here.
So now the challenge is that hindi nahawakan ng block nila. No, that
yes,
it
parang
hit the
4
tape.
touches, not over.
Yep,
parang
not over.
sinasabi, oo. And this is Hero Austria coming off a 6-point performance. Was 12 of 21 in terms of reception efficiency. Austria right now para sa team ng IMUS, a total of 8 points.
If ever this will be his third point.
Third straight.
In the 4 na naipuntos nila, a couple of points off the block and then that service ace. In between that was a make from Ramirez. As we take a look at the official challenge, it's 8-3 right now. paminsan yung challenge, it's also an opportunity for the coach to talk to his players. No? Habang walang aksyon, give them an extra motivation perhaps,
Yes.
or adjustments in terms of their gameplay.
Now let's highlight ito naman si Chavez, a 28-year-old libero from Las Piñas City. Louis. Galing naman sa National University.
It looks like there was indeed a touch,
Dito nangyari sa harap natin.
Meron talaga.
Pero kasi ito, sa aming perspective, mahirap pang unahan kasi may challenge na eh.
Pwede namang hintayin na lang natin, di ba?
Yes.
Para tama agad.
And that is the best thing to do as we reach the first technical timeout. 5, kalamangan ng IMUS laban sa Philippine Air Force.
Yung third set, sabi ko kanina, yung ganda ng laro natin ng first set at saka second set, isama natin yon para mas maganda yung panghuling set
pa natin.
Ha?
Let's go, let's go. Hey, IMUS! Adja! IMUS! Adja! IMUS! IMUS!
Back at the Paco Arena for your 2023 Spikers Turf Open Conference. My name is Mika Abisamis, and Ranran Abdilia talked about his beach volleyball experience and paano ba niya dinadala yon dito sa Spikers Turf. Sabi niya, doon daw kasi dalawa lang sila sa loob. So dito, na mas maraming help, dapat daw mas maging madali kahit papano. Ang challenge lang daw talaga sa kanya ay ang training. He trains from 9 to 11 a.m. for beach volleyball and 5 to 7 p.m. for Spikers every day. So may mga panahon daw talaga na bumibigay ang katawan niya. Pero sabi niya, sa ganitong competition, sa dulo na dapat ang pagod. He knows his responsibility to this team and he will make it count. At nasabi mo nga kanina, Coach Ronnie, na galing siyang tawi-tawi. Alam mo bang dati siyang basketball player doon pero napili daw niya itong volleyball at masaya naman tayo nakasama natin siya dito sa Spikers Turf. Carlo, Coach Ronnie.
And I'm sure yung ating buong volleyball community masaya rin because he has been one of the stalwarts sa ating national team.
Maraming
in both
salamat, Mika. Baka naglalaro
beach
pa rin
and
ng
indoor.
basketball to pag umuwi sa
Paminsan-minsan,
tawi-tawi. Bakit hindi?
Hindi, kaso pagod na. Ang dami niyang ginagawa.
Tignan mo to, Carlo. 9 to 11.
Oh.
5 to 7.
Oh.
Ano in between eh?
may trabaho ka, may pamilya ka eh. Parang...
after nung pamilya, after nung trabaho, meron pa rin.
Di na natutulog siguro eh, no? Ganun na lang yung discard.
Sometimes.
Abdilia, tsaka si Ramirez, dalawa sa mga naglalaro ng beach volleyball. Of course, different levels.
On the distaff side, no? On the flip side. Si Cicero Rondina, ganun din.
Yeah,
Pero ngayon, nagpo-focus sa beach volleyball talaga, di ba? Si Jovelyn Gonzaga yung
Palipat-lipat, patawid-tawid.
oo.
Another service ace, this time courtesy of Ramirez. Yes, this is now a 5-point lead for IMUS. Look at that, di na nakareact.
13 for Louis Ramirez. And this is going to be one of the pillars of Philippine volleyball in the next few years. Ito sa kasi Joe Umandal.
Tira mo naman, Dodge.
You
Tira
have
mo yung
Brian
serve.
Bagunas. You have Mark Espejo. We have Louis Ramirez. Nandiyan pa sila Micaelo Budin, sila Kenry Malinis. And the future is bright for men's volleyball in the Philippines.
Labas si Labrador, pasok ulit si Abdilia.
Tapos yung tayong magaling na setters, Ishpor Corosa, Kim Dayan Dante, Joshua Retamar. Kasi mga middle blockers na matatangkad din.
Outside naman yan.
They'll take that. That's 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Kanina nakadikit na. Ngayon, kanina 5 yan. 6 yan. 11-5. Down to a 5-point lead.
So 11-6 is the count now. Tapos mukhang hindi pa si Ranran Abdila yung mag-serve dapat. According to their rotation.
First appearance for Abdila here in set 3. Masarap sigurong teammate sa basketball nito, no?
Lumilipad eh. Ramirez thwarted by the net.
Very rare miss hit coming from Louie Ramirez so far in this match. Sabi natin nung nakaraan kanina, ang taas ng porsyento nitong si Louie Ramirez. He was 15 of 30 in their 4-set win. Malabunga was even better, 14 of 24. As a combined 29 of 54 for these two outstanding players of Coach Sammy Akailar.
Pakahusay naman ng cross-court na yon coming from Mohali. Look at the flick of the wrist. Wala nang magawa si Rueca to try and send it up. It's 12-7. Still a 5-point lead. Oh, poor reception. That's a service ace.
Reception problems once again. Reminiscent of that first set slide. Sa pag-receive, nakikita natin dito sa Airmen, we're trying to stay alive after dropping the first two sets, 25-16 and 25-16. Likewise, in set 2. Pag may oras po kayo, samahan nyo kami rito sa Paco Arena. Every Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. After this Sunday, alam ko, triple header na tayo ng Sundays eh.
Wow, looking forward to that. As this will be a service error mula kay Bonch Castel. But still, nothing too big to deal with for IMUS as they're still up by 5. Abdilla, sinuli naman sa kanila with a service error on their side as well.
Looking to beat itong si Marmeto, who read that play, that serve well. Yellow Shirts down by 6. We talked about the fact that a good head start is desired by all of the 11 teams. Baka bangko ka na na maaga, baka ipon ka na maagang panalo kasi maghirap maghabol sa dulo. 10 games per team ang lalaruin ng 11 teams.
Lalo na yung IMUS kasi kwento mo nga, Coach, no? Unang 4 na laro lang nila yung pwedeng laruin. Well, pending decisions that are far above our
By
heads.
the Mancom, of the NCAA. Pero maganda dyan si Coach Sammy rin ang coach ng Perpetual Altas, di ba? So alam niya yung mangyayari. If it's not attacking and scoring, they also score off offensive blocks. 5 in that previous second set. 1 in the first set. Total of 6 kill blocks for them. Probably 8 right now total. Para dito sa team ng ni Coach Sammy Akailar, who are once again ahead by a commanding 7-point cushion.
Tolentino coming in for Rueca. As Ish Polvorosa continues to serve for IMUS.
Ish Polvorosa, 14 excellent sets so far.
Wala na. Yung timing off na talaga for the Philippine Air Force as they will allow IMUS to pick up their 16th point of the set and lead us to our second technical timeout. It's sheer dominance from the side of IMUS as we head into this quick break.
Magkamali silang magkamali. Puntos naman natin yun, okay? Sige, diretso lang tayo. Go.
Sige, serve lang, Ben. Hey, IMUS! Aja! IMUS! Aja!
Nakablak ako! Nakablak ako isa!
Here's seeing some of the fans who have joined us inside the Paco Arena. Ito po ang bahay ng inyong Spikers Turf Open Conference. Carlo Pamintuan with Coach Ronnie Magsanok on the call. This is the first game of our doubleheader. Maya-maya po, NU Archipelago Volley Builders versus the Navigators Iloilo.
Nag-iiba pati moniker kasi nag-iiba ng sponsors, ano? Tama, no?
Oh! Mamaya magiging bodybuilders na at some point.
Parang hindi mangyayari pag tayo yung naglaro eh. Tayo ang unang-unang sasabihin, doon na kayo sa likod.
16 points for IMUS, 8 for Air Force. Ramirez, ilan na yung ginagawa, Coach?
Ramirez, I believe, with a total of 14 points, 11 attack points, 3 service aces for Louie Ramirez. And yung depensa niya, yung two-way plays, napakahalaga.
Naka 17 points siya in a 4-set match.
Yes.
Now, pwedeng maka 17 or even more here in what they're hoping would be a 3-setter.
That match against Santa Rosa took over 2 hours to finish.
I think we're settling some matters with our technical officials.
Allowed subs set, tinitignan nila ngayon.
They call back number
Yes.
13. Itong si Abria. Siyempre, ayusin muna natin.
Ayaw mo magkaroon ng rotation error.
Oo.
Diba?
Lalong-lalo na nalamangan na ng 8.
Ganun na naman nangyari, no? Doon sa second set, kumawala sa dulo. Pero dito kanina, 3-all lang yan eh.
Yep. 3-all, tapos naging 8-3. And then,
tapos bumalik.
Oo.
8-5. Tapos,
kumawala na naman.
si Hero Austria ang unang nagbigay ng breakaway dito sa kanila eh. Yan, nagdi-dribble na tuloy si Ishpol Porosa.
Siyempre sila gusto tapusin na agad-agad itong laban na to. Everyone, I think, has seen action for their squad. Lahat naman na nagamit na, nakapaglaro na.
Josh Villanueva started out this match for Coach Sammy. Perdiera also came off the bench, I believe. Then you have Taneo coming in dun sa latter part ng mga sets.
For Polvorosa as we're ready to resume the action. 16-8 is the count. It's Ish Polvorosa still serving for IMUS City. This is Tolentino with a good attack. So that break allowed them to at least get some offense going.
So Tolentino was fielded. Ito yung binabanggit ni Mika kanina sa kanyang report na masakit yung tuhod. At 10 points.
Yan o, balot na balot.
Oo, 10 points ang ginawa niya doon sa kabuang, let me double check. 10 points sa kabuang 63. Edwin Tolentino was 7 of 13. Had 2 blocks. Had 1 service ace.
Hindi na maaabutan ni Kalasin as that powerful hit scores again for IMUS. 17-9 now.
Kanina ko pa tinitignan si Ino dito eh. Very familiar sa akin. Played for NU.
At push, easily picked up. That's Austria off the blockers.
And that's the staple of Hero Austria. Off the block points, time and again for Austria. Very smart hitter.
Galing niyang umanggulo, no, Coach?
Magulang maglaro, magulang pumalo.
Alam niya yung angulo kung saan manggagaling yung block.
Saka kung saan patatamain. Kung saan patatamain dun sa kamay ng blocker.
Pag late, pag malalim pa, wala eh. Perfect yung basa niya.
Ibabaon niya pag una siya, pero pag naunahan na siya, babanda niya. Ayan.
Pero nabasa yon, at least it's still alive. Chance ball though for IMUS. That middle, blocked and out.
That's the depth. Just the might of the roster. Bigat eh. These are top players in the country in that position. And trying to match up with the roster power of the Signal HD Spikers. Kung kumpleto yung National U, ang ganda sana, no?
Yeah.
Kaya lang, majority of their top players will see action in the UAP which will open about Feb 25.
Ito naman si Austria yung naskoran off his block. As Rivera will check back into this matchup.
Lopez and the yellow shirts gets to their 10th point. As Rivera makes his second entry this match.
Oh, that's a good kill.
Wow.
Ramirez, nagpapaulan ng puntos. Di pa siya tapos dito sa ating laban.
Kala ko down the line dadalhin eh. Diagonal hit. Finding the hole in the defense. 10-point lead. Ramirez and company.
Back set to Tolentino. One more chance for him. Blocked again.
Castel getting some floor time, getting extended playing time in lieu of Kim Malabunga. Pero magkasabay sila ni Malabunga ngayon sa loob. The Twin Towers getting the job done with terms of net defense to push their team 11 points clear of the Airmen.
Apat na lang yung kailangan for IMUS to seal the deal as Tolentino will score again.
2 points here in set 3.
Nakita mo he's not comfy.
Walang problema sa talon, yung landing siya nasasaktan.
He's laboring for his
Saka
movement.
mahirap yun, ang lamig dito. Tapos late ka na nakapasok, di ba? Pero bilang sundalo, basta sinabi, sir, yes sir lang.
Sabi nga, di ba? Soldier on. But he commits a service error. Ayan na naman, no? Yung mga service error sa dulo ng set. It's happened in the first two.
Diffuses possible scoring run and increases the deficit that they have been trying to chase.
Tabing isa na to as Austria, the man who was responsible for creating that separation early in this set.
Kapangpangan, dating malalaro ng National U itong si Tolentino.
Ramirez was blocked, sent back. Castel. Ramirez blocked, pero lalabas yan. So that's another point for IMUS.
And the sound alone of that hit will tell you that that is a solid hit coming from Luis Ramirez. Luis Ramirez has led the team in scoring in almost every set. 15 points total para kay Luis Ramirez. Or 16 points para kay Luis Ramirez so far. First game nila, meron siyang 17, sabi mo nga.
That gets through the blockers.
The pride of Tawi-Tawi. 12 point para kay Abdilia. 5 in the first set, 6 in set 2. First point here in the third set.
Nabot na rin siguro ng konting pagod, no, itong si Abdilia, because in the first two sets, halos sa kanya papunta yung opensa.
9 to 11, 5 to 7. Tayo, 3-2. Yan.
Up. I think that was double contact dun sa set. That will send us into match point for IMUS.
12 set points, equivalent to 12 match points para sa IMUS to build their first winning streak and stay atop of the team standings.
Ramirez serving for the match, and it's just a little long. Natakam eh. Gusto ng exclamation point nitong si Ramirez. Wanted to finish things off with the service ace. Oh, tumama. I think tumama na doon sa antena. Yeah, that should be a point for IMUS.
And that will be it. Ismael Rivera scores his first point of this match to close out this face-off in 3 straight sets.
25-16, 25-16, 25-13. Yan po ang ipapanalo ng IMUS na sigurado ikakatuwa ni na Mayor Alex Advincula, Congressman AJ Advincula, at pati ni IMUS City Legal Attorney Buko si Huko, as their squad wins again. This is a straight set victory for IMUS. Air Force, great effort, but still not enough to win a set against this powerhouse squad. Magbabalik po kami after a quick break.
Later interview. Tapos pwede na? Pwede na?
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello.
Back at the Paco Arena for your 2023 Spikers Turf Open Conference. My name is Mika Abesamis at kasama ko nga ngayon ang best player of this game na si Louie Ramirez. Louie, alam kong busy ka sa collegiate at dito sa Spikers Turf, ano? Pero ikaw pa rin ang naging spark nung unang laro nyo against Santa Rosa at dito ipinakita mo pa rin kung ano talaga ang kaya mo gawin para sa team na to.
Siguro, andun po yung kagustuhan ko na maki-jamming sa mga kasama namin kasi nga AIRFORCE yung kalaban. So, hindi basta-basta yon. So, nakisama na lang ako sa kanila kasi nga sobrang taas ng intensity po.
Okay, alam mo dahil sa dalawang panalo nyo, siguradong mas paghahandaan kayo ng mga kalaban nyo ngayon, ano? Para sa'yo, bukod sa skills, ano pang mga dapat nyo ayusin na sa team?
Siguro po yung connection po ng bawat isa kasi medyo naglalaps po yung connection namin lalo na sa setter po.
Okay, alam kong marami kang gustong pasalamatan?
Pinapasalamatan po namin yung mayor ng IMUS, Mayor Alex Advencula, sa congressman ng IMUS, Congressman AJ Advencula, kay Ate Buko, si Juko at sa Ivy Tuazon Photography.
Okay.
Tsaka, binabati ko yung kasama ko, happy birthday kay Kuya Rids.
Okay, maraming salamat once again. That was the best player of this game na si Louie Ramirez. Balik sa inyo, Carlo, Coach Ronnie.
Thank you for that interview. Mika Abesamis. Sarap marinig no? As a youngster in Louie Ramirez, knowing that you'll go up against a former champion dito sa Spikers Turf, a team as good as AIRFORCE. Yes, they're still far from their usual deadly form, but to get the chance to play against the likes of Lopez and Abdilia, yes, napakalaking bagay para sa isang batang player tulad niya.
And I like the humility shown by Louie Ramirez, showing a lot of respect sa mga names that you mentioned. But of course, ang IMUS with Louie Ramirez at the helm and Ish Polvorosa finding ways to go for this second straight win via sweep. And they will be up in the team standings as they post their second straight win and deal AIRFORCE their second straight loss.
Austria was huge in the third step.
Ang galing.
Started it.
Malabunga. Diba? And of course, complete control coming from Ish Polvorosa. Even itong si Muhali was also at the top of his game because of the excellent ball distribution coming from Ish Polvorosa.
Wala talagang butas eh. It was just total team effort coming from the squad of IMUS. So that will settle matters for our first game. Up next po, we have the NU Archipelago Volley Builders versus the Navigators Iloilo. When we come back, check back with us here on One Sports and One Sports Plus.
Good.